You know what's absolutely wild? People will spend hours researching the next hot stock, debating crypto on Reddit, watching endless market prediction videos, while carrying 22% credit card debt that's silently draining their future. It's like trying to fill a swimming pool with a garden hose while the drain is wide open, and then wondering why you're not getting ahead. If you've ever felt like you're working hard, investing consistently, but somehow still not building real wealth, this might be why. Today, we're breaking down the exact order you should invest your money, step by step, in a way that actually builds wealth, minimizes risk, and protects you from expensive mistakes most people never even realize they're making. And I promise you, some of this is going to completely change how you think about investing. Let's start with something that should honestly scare you. 1 out of 3 Americans doesn't even have an emergency fund. The median emergency savings? About $500. That's less than most car payments, less than a basic medical bill, less than one unexpected home repair. And yet, those same people are asking whether they should buy individual tech stocks or load up on crypto. That's like shopping for a Ferrari while your current car doesn't even have brakes. Here's the truth no one wants to hear. Wealth isn't built by chasing excitement. It's built by following the right sequence. Think of your financial life like building a house. You don't start with marble countertops. You don't start with custom lighting. You start with the foundation. Because if the foundation cracks, everything collapses. Step 1, before you invest a single dollar, is building an emergency fund. And I know, it's boring. It doesn't feel like investing. It doesn't feel exciting. There's no stock ticker, no flashy returns. But here's what it does give you: power. An emergency fund is not just money. It's protection, it's flexibility, it's peace of mind. When your car breaks down, when you get hit with a medical bill, when your company announces layoffs, you don't panic. You don't swipe a credit card. You don't sell investments at the worst possible time. You breathe. That psychological safety net changes everything. So how much do you actually need? The old advice says 3 to 6 months of expenses. That's fine, but it feels overwhelming for most people. So here's the smarter approach. First goal, $1,000 is fast as humanly possible. That covers most small emergencies and immediately stabilizes your life. Second goal, 1 full month of living expenses. Third goal, 3 months. If you're in a stable job with strong benefits, 3 months may be enough. If you're self-employed, freelance, or in a volatile industry, aim closer to 6 months. This isn't about perfection, it's about resilience. Once that safety net is in place, we move to step 2, eliminate high-interest debt. And when I say high-interest debt, I'm talking about anything above roughly 8%. Credit cards are the obvious villain here. Average rates? Around 22%. 22%. That means if you're investing while carrying credit card debt, you're basically trying to earn 7 to 10% in the market while losing 22% guaranteed. That's not investing, that's self-sabotage. Paying off a 22% credit card balance is like earning a guaranteed 22% return. No volatility, no risk, no guessing, just pure math working in your favor. Imagine you have $5,000 on a credit card at 22%. If you make minimum payments, you could pay thousands in interest over time. Every extra dollar you send to that debt is freeing your future self. Now, there are 2 main ways to attack debt. The debt avalanche, pay minimums on everything, then attack the highest interest rate first. This saves the most money mathematically. Or the debt snowball, pay off the smallest balances first for psychological wins. Mathematically, avalanche wins. Emotionally, snowball can work for some people. Pick the one you'll stick with. But here's where things get interesting. There's one exception to the pay off debt before investing rule, and it's so powerful that it jumps ahead in the order. Employer matching. If your employer offers to match contributions in your retirement plan, you take it, even if you still have debt. Because employer matching is free money. If your company matches 50% of what you contribute, up to 6% of your salary, that's an instant 50% return. Some match dollar for dollar. That's a 100% return immediately. You will not find a safer, guaranteed return like that anywhere else. So here's the move. Contribute just enough to get the full match, not more, not less. Then redirect all extra money toward crushing your high-interest debt. This way, you capture the free money while minimizing the time you're paying high interest. Now, once your emergency fund is solid, your high-interest debt is gone, and you're capturing the full employer match, you've built the foundation. Now we enter what I call the tax optimization zone. This is where most people mess up because they get excited, they open a brokerage account, they start trading, they feel sophisticated. Meanwhile, they're ignoring massive tax advantages available to them. Next up is your individual retirement account, your IRA. An IRA gives you control, unlike many employer retirement plans, which often have limited, high-fee options. An IRA lets you choose low-cost index funds and ETFs. Fees matter more than you think. A 1 to 2% difference in fees over decades could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. That's not small, that's life-changing. So after you're getting your employer match, the next priority is maxing your IRA. Then comes the big question, traditional or Roth? Do you want a tax break now or tax-free withdrawals later? Traditional accounts reduce your taxable income today. You pay taxes in retirement. Roth accounts are taxed now. Withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. And if you're unsure, split contributions. Diversify your tax exposure, because no one can perfectly predict future tax rates. Now here's where things get incredibly powerful and incredibly overlooked. Health savings accounts. HSAs are arguably the most powerful investment vehicle in America. Why? Triple tax advantage. Tax deduction when you contribute, tax-free growth, tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. No other account does all three. If you're eligible, meaning you have a high-deductible health plan, this should absolutely be part of your strategy. And here's the advanced move most people don't know. If you can afford it, pay current medical expenses out of pocket. Let your HSA stay invested. Keep your receipts. There's no time limit on reimbursement. You could reimburse yourself 10, 20, even 30 years later, completely tax-free. After age 65, you can withdraw HSA funds for any reason. Non-medical withdrawals are taxed like a traditional IRA. Medical withdrawals remain tax-free. And here's the reality. Healthcare costs in retirement are almost guaranteed, so building a tax-free bucket specifically for that purpose is incredibly strategic. Once your IRA and HSA are maximized, you return to your employer retirement plan and begin maxing it out beyond the match. At this stage, you're stacking tax-advantaged accounts, you're reducing tax drag, you're increasing compounding, you're building serious momentum. Most people never reach this level. The average American saves around 6% of income. That often doesn't even max out employer matching. If you're working through this entire sequence, you're already ahead of the vast majority of people. And only now, after all of that, do we arrive at taxable investing accounts. This is where most people start, and that's backwards. Taxable brokerage accounts offer flexibility, no contribution limits, no withdrawal penalties, full access, but they come with tax drag. Dividends are taxed, capital gains are taxed, every sale has consequences. Over decades, that drag adds up. Two investors earning the same return, one in tax-advantaged accounts, one in taxable, can end up hundreds of thousands of dollars apart. Taxes quietly erode compounding. But taxable accounts still matter. They fund early retirement, they help with house down payments, they create bridge income before age-based retirement access, they pass efficiently to heirs. They're powerful when used at the right time. And that's the whole point of this video. Order matters. Emergency fund, high-interest debt, employer match, IRA, HSA, max-out retirement accounts, then taxable investing. When you follow this sequence, something magical happens. Your finances feel calm, structured, intentional. You stop reacting, you start building. You're no longer gambling, you're engineering wealth. And here's the part most people don't realize. The boring stuff is what makes you rich. The discipline, the order, the consistency. It's not about picking the next Tesla, it's about stacking small, smart decisions over decades.
Your future self is either going to thank you or wonder why you ignored the fundamentals. So here's my challenge to you. Pause. Look at where you are in this sequence. Be honest. Are you building the foundation or decorating a house with cracks in the walls? If this helped you rethink your strategy, don't just move on. Hit the like button so more people stop making these expensive mistakes. Drop a comment telling me which step you're currently on. And if you want more real-world, no-hype breakdowns on building actual wealth, subscribe and join this community, because the market will always be noisy, but the fundamentals, they always win. And your future is too important to build in the wrong order.